Welcome back, YouTube. Today's review is going to be all about this Shakespeare Ugly Stick GX2. If you like these kind of videos, please stick around. We're going to dive into this. We're going to break it down, and we're going to tell you why I think this is a bulletproof fishing rod. It's pretty ugly, hence the name Ugly Stick. But hey, I think this will get the job done. Stick around. We're going to dive into it. All right, so starting at the handle portion of the rod here, it's got a nice little stamped portion here. It says Ugly Stick. If you find the cork grip version, that looks really cool. I think that is a awesome looking handle. And it is a full piece handle here. It's not a split grip, which I kind of like. It kind of reminds me of like a traditional style spinning rod. It's got a little rubber piece back here, got the Ugly Stick logo. And it's nothing fancy, but guys, this thing feels bulletproof. It's a very high density EVA foam. It's really sturdy. It's not like mushy. I can't stand a mushy EVA foam. Up here, it's a little bit more mushy, but back here, it's pretty solid, okay? So that's not bad. Moving up to the reel seat here, it is not exposed, but it's a nice little grip, okay? It's not anything that's crazy bad. I've seen a lot worse. And then once again, when we're talking about this, I think this is a bulletproof combo set right here. When I think of something that is bulletproof, this comes to my mind. Okay, it's cheap, it's made good, and it's just ugly. All right, it gets the job done. It doesn't do anything great, but it does everything decent. All right, so moving up the rod here, it is a 6-foot 6-inch medium power. I would assume moderate to fast tip, but I don't know. It doesn't have too much bend in it. It's actually pretty solid for a medium power. Okay, Ugly Stick stamped on there. One thing that sold me on this rod was these line guides. Okay, they are stainless steel line guides, but look at this. It is a one-piece solid line guide, and they have the inside rolled out, so there is no insert. That is literally just rolled out from the inside, and it's polished on the inside. So it is one solid piece. You're not gonna have to worry about those line guides popping out or the O-rings popping out, which happens on a lot of budget-friendly fishing combos. I hate when an insert pops out. It's just a nightmare, but this will not happen on this Ugly Stick. I promise, because it's welded together and polished down. It's not gonna happen. This is a 2-piece rod. Okay, so you can't take this apart. If you fish out of your car or whatever, you transport it in your car, you're gonna be able to break down your rod and it's not gonna be an issue. And going back to those line guides, they're all the same, all the way up the rod. Okay, up here at the tip, it's not painted, so you can actually see that glass tip. Okay, that's a pretty cool little feature. All right, the rod itself looks pretty good, guys. It is a solid rod. A lot of times at this $40 to $60 range, it's a very flimsy rod. It might say medium power, but it is just garbage, okay? Not the case with this one. Okay, breaking down the reel. The reel, it looks cheap. It's not the most solid thing when it comes to torquing it around right here. It does give just a little bit, but overall it is a solid reel. Okay, the bail right here is a very thick wire. That's gonna hold up pretty well. It has a pretty nice little guide right here. You don't see that a lot on these budget ones. The spool, it does look like a very budget spool, but this one's done pretty well. Unlike the Red Max by Abu Garcia, this one's actually milled out pretty well. Okay, it's got the little lightning cuts here, and it's just a nice milled piece of aluminum. Okay, we got the drag setting up here. Okay, you can switch it from left-hand retrieve to a right-hand retrieve, depending on your choice. This does have 4 bearings. So pretty low on the bearing count, but it's not bad for an entry level, and it's not that smooth, guys. I'll tell you right out the gate here, it's not that smooth, but hey, you get what you pay for. And if you're looking for a solid, you know, just throw it in the back of your truck rod, this is gonna be for you. It's gonna hold up, it's gonna take that abuse, and it's gonna take it well. It does have the anti-reverse, so that is one of the things I always look for in a fishing rod combo is that anti-reverse. I can't stand that play in there. All right, the gear ratio is a 5:2 to 1, so pretty much your common gear ratio for a spinning rod. All right, so let's see how this performs. Like I said, this thing is got that tank status. Okay, when we talk about fish having tank status, we're talking about big fish. It has a lot of weight to it, guys. This has a lot of weight to it too. I don't know exactly the weight, but it has a lot of weight to it. But it's not that bad, and it's got the tank status because it's freaking bulletproof. The handle here is pretty solid. I don't know if, I think it's like a graphite handle, and then the knob is plastic, and it's kind of got like a weird design to it here. Kind of slants back into the handle here, but it's not bad. One thing, it has a lot of play in there, so you got to watch out. You can tell I have some sand in here right now. I accidentally sat it down. That's one thing to keep in mind is you don't want to put this in dirt or sand. It's going to get grit all in there and kind of mess it up. All right, let's do some casts with this and see how it performs. And I do have a tube tied on. We're targeting the smallmouth again. See how this thing performs. All right, I just sent that thing like halfway across the river very easily. All right, so you saw that cast. Let's look at how the reel does. So I cast it out there. All right, like I said, it's not the smoothest, but it's not the worst I've ever seen, especially coming in at 40 bucks. Once again, you kind of get what you pay for, but with this one, you're getting some decent quality with this, guys. This thing is cheap, but I use this rod quite a bit because it just performs. And I have this paired up with 20-pound braid and a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. I think slings it a long ways. Honestly, I think it slings it farther than maybe any of my other spinning rods. If you've been watching the channel, you know that the Quantum Throttle 2, also at Walmart, is my favorite spinning rod that I own. It's just very smooth. It's 56 bucks, so you spend a little bit more, probably get a lot higher quality rod than this. Not saying this isn't good, but if you find this for 40 bucks, why not pull the trigger on it? It's a pretty good combo. But yeah, check out that rod, the Quantum Throttle 2, the review I did on it. It is, like I said, my favorite rod and reel combo from Walmart, and I think it's the best one you can pick up there. The features, it has 11 bearings, it has Fuji line guides, it has an IM8 rod blank. I don't even think this tells, yeah, this doesn't even tell you what a caliber of a graphite rod this is. It just doesn't. I'm assuming this is probably like an IM6 or maybe a 24-ton graphite. Could be wrong, but it's not bad though, guys. It's a pretty rigid carbon fiber. So with that being said, you can buy this at Walmart. You can buy these pretty much anywhere. I know Walmart sells the crap out of these, so that's probably where I'd pick it up, but I'm pretty sure they sell these at Dick's Sporting Goods. They sell them at Academy. They sell them at all those common retail stores. I think you could be able to pick one of these up. There we go. You guys can kind of hear that reel. I'm trying to get the rod in the mix here. You guys can see the rod working. This fish is fighting pretty good. It's got to be at least a 1-pounder. Oh yeah, he's fighting good now. Oh yeah. Tighten this drag down some. There we go. Where is he at? This might be a better fish than I thought. He got downstream here. Where is he? Oh yeah, it's a good smallie right here. This is a freaking tank smallie. Oh my God. That is a freaking horse again, guys. Whew. That's a good little test right there. He just freaking choked. Look at that. Yeah, he swallowed that thing pretty good. Guys, I would go ahead and say this is about a 2.5 pounder. Oh, we got a strike right there. There we go. I don't know how good that is, but it's a fish. He ain't bad. Nice little smallie. Another one on the ugly stick. All right. There's another one on the old ugly stick. GX2 that I literally just threw in the water. See, it's a freaking bulletproof rod. I don't care. I just throw this thing around. Keeps doing the job. Look at that. It keeps pulling in those beautiful smallmouth. And it does a great job doing it. And that bass was quick to get out of here. He was not messing around. All right, guys, so I hope you like this review of the Shakespeare Ugly Stick GX2. Like I said, I think this is one of the most bulletproof combos you can get at 40 bucks. This thing is just a tank status of a rod. It's bulletproof. It has a very solid feel to it. Doesn't do everything very well, but it does everything pretty good, okay? So it's kind of like that jack of all trades fishing rod. The line guides, like I said, is probably my biggest selling point on this. I hate when line guides pop out, especially on these low budget fishing rods. It's not going to happen with these solid rolled over line guides. So guys, hope you liked this video. If you did, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, turn on that notification bell. And guys, keep it blue collar, and I'll catch you in that next video.